Paul Scholes was just ahead in his head.
Just pass the ball to Scholes.
You come home from England training, who's the best player? People ask you, Paul Scholes by a mile.
Paul Scholes was a player with ability so extraordinary that it defied logic.
Every time we were playing them, we needed to find a way to stop him.
Paul Scholes is the best player I ever played with. For me, Scholes was the best player I ever played with because he's a unique talent. He controls the tempo of a whole football match.
Teammates and fans agree that Scholes is almost certainly the greatest English midfield player of all time. He was renowned for his vision, technique and consistency, which ultimately cemented his iconic status in the football world. Let's take a closer look at his incredible journey from the beginnings in the class of '92 to becoming one of Manchester United's greatest players. Paul Scholes was part of the legendary class of 1992, a group of young players that rose through Manchester United's academy under Sir Alex Ferguson. Despite not being the most physically imposing player, Scholes stood out for his football IQ and incredible technique. His seamless transition from youth football to the first team set the stage for one of the most remarkable careers in football history. Scholes made his debut in 1993 and wasted no time proving his worth. By the mid-90s, he had established himself as a key component in Sir Alex Ferguson's squad. His ability to score and his knack for arriving late in the box made him a constant threat. But it was the 1998-99 season that solidified his reputation. Scholes was instrumental in Manchester United's historic treble-winning campaign, scoring key goals and dominating in both domestic and European competitions. This period showed the world what a special talent he truly was. Scholes' best years came in the 2000s, where he transitioned from an attacking midfielder to a deep-lying playmaker, dictating games with his vision and pinpoint passing. One of his most memorable goals was his famous long-range strike against Barcelona in the 2008 Champions League semi-final. That moment alone showcased his ability to rise to the occasion in the biggest games. This evolution in his style highlighted his versatility and adaptability, making him an indispensable player for Manchester United throughout the golden era.
Paul Scholes is my favorite one.
Yeah? Why?
I love it.
Scholesy was the one. Technically, it was just like,
ABC.
yeah, man.
Paul Scholes wasn't just admired by Manchester United fans, he was revered by some of the greatest players. Xavi once called him the best player in the past 20 years. Zidane famously said, "Scholes is my toughest opponent." Even Pirlo, the midfield maestro himself, praised Scholes' passing range. Such high praise from legends speaks volumes about his ability and impact. During his career, Scholes helped Manchester United secure an astonishing haul of trophies. 11 Premier League titles, 3 FA Cups, 2 Champions League titles. He was often the player who turned the tide in crucial games. Whether through a perfectly wasted pass or a spectacular goal, his influence on the pitch was undeniable. Sir Alex Ferguson called him the complete footballer, and many teammates referred to him as a genius. His ability to read the game and dictate its pace made him one of the most complete footballers of all time. In 2011, Scholes announced his retirement, leaving a huge void in Manchester United's midfield. But just a year later, he stunned the footballing world by returning to help his team during an injury crisis.
Knocked on his door and said, "Look, I'm thinking of coming back." And he said, "Great," straight away. He said, let me ring David Gill and we'll sort your contract out.
His comeback wasn't just symbolic, he played a key role in United's 2012-13 Premier League title win, the 11th league title in his career. Even in his later years, Scholes proved that class is permanent. Scholes was more than just a footballer, he was an artist. His ability to find space, his pinpoint long balls, and his vision were unmatched. He was the player every team needed, but few could replicate. Despite staying out the spotlight, his impact on the pitch made him a legend in his own right. Was Paul Scholes the best English midfield player of all time? Many would argue that he was. From the class of '92 to his role in countless United triumphs, Scholes' legacy is undeniable. What's your favourite Paul Scholes moment? Let us know in the comments below.